What's up, n.devine here, n.devine. Just wanted to get this video out there. I got this conspiracy RDA by 3C Vape and Squirming Coils. Squirming Coils is a builder on Instagram. I've said it before, he's one of my favorites, very influential, especially with my builds, a lot of builders. You can order this RDA at squirmingcoils.com. It's about $65. So I bought this myself, and I'm real excited about it. I haven't even opened it yet. I've had it for like 3 days. I wanted to open it on camera and put it together just to show you guys how it comes and how easy it's going to be to put together. Alright, so I really like the packaging. Alright. Designed by Squirming Coils and 3C Vape. Inspired by the team members of Coil Conspiracy, that's his build team. It's silver plated, low profile, 24mm, 2-post design. Easy and spacious to build on, with 3 by 1.5mm post holes. Adjustable airflow for single or dual coil, and pure silver plated deck. Alright, and they would like to call it a build machine. So that's probably most of that price right there. Why it's like over the $40 mark is probably because of the silver plated. But still very reasonably priced. I'll pay $65 for atomizers all day if they interest me. Alright. So here's the airflow control and top cap. So when you open this up, it comes fully unassembled. And he did this because, I believe because it's just something that builders could appreciate, just putting their own RDA together. I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely different. So you get a couple bags with different stuff in it. I believe the one bag, so the one bag has a squonk pin in it. It does come with a squonk pin. And then it has the extras in there. And then the other bag comes with the regular pin and all the stuff you need to put it together that aren't extras. These are like, you need all these pieces to just put it together in the first place. So it comes and shows you how to put everything together. But I mean, if you've been around atomizers for a little bit, I mean, this is it's pretty common sense. I mean, at least for me it is. I'm sure for most people it is. So this is definitely the extra bag. It has your extra screws, extra O-rings, and the squonk pin. So I'm just going to put that away. I got this super quick too. I ordered it on a Friday and got it on like a Wednesday, I think. So it came quickly after ordering. I'm just going to open everything up. So this is the cap and the deck. And I really like the engraving. And then it's airflow, like the, I guess you would call it, I mean, this airflow type's been around for quite a while. But, you know, like the Druger, the Goon 1.5. Very shiny. Very polished. I just gotta open up this guy and see the deck. So the deck is going to be a lot like these new drop-in styles that have been coming out. Almost a lot like the Dead Rabbit and the Cosmonaut. pretty big holes, and as soon as I seen this deck, I knew I wanted it. The light's just shining off of this thing. Sorry, I had to change the camera angle and the lighting because this thing really shines in the light. But anyway, whoa. Conspiracy by Squirming Coils and 3C Vape. Alright. Open up my little bag. I really like the drip tip. It's definitely on the thick side, so the hole is a little smaller than, let's say, the Droog or the Goon. So I got the Goon here. So since it's so thick, it's smaller. So I do want to get the O-ring in there and make sure that the Goon tips fit, because I believe they do. Still a nice tip. Here's the insulator for the pin. And then we're going to have our Allen key screws for the posts. We're going to have the other post, the insulator for the post, 4 O-rings, and the actual 510 pin. So I'm going to take the positive post, put the insulator on the positive post, line up the hole, obviously, get the pin. If you want to put the squonk pin on, you do the same thing, only with the squonk pin. You put the insulator on the pin. Get the deck. Put the post in the deck. You can see how far away them things sit, which is definitely a good thing. Much farther apart than the dead rabbit was. Get the pin in there. Get a Phillips or a flathead. Screw that down. Make sure it's snug. Not too tight to where you strip anything, but just very snug. There's the deck. This thing's going to be great to take pictures on. It's got a nice well too. I mean, fairly nice. Some RDAs don't have wells anymore, and they just rely on the top cap to keep the juice in, and it works well, but I still prefer at least a little bit of a well, a little bit of a lip. But the dead rabbit does do a good job of, if I were to compare this to anything, I'd probably compare it to the dead rabbit. Alright. I could get an Allen key and an Allen key screw. And even though I don't have a build in here, I'm going to screw it in all the way just to make sure that there's no like burrs or anything in there. If there are, it kind of cuts them out or whatever. Put the third one in. And number 4, and there's extras of these, so if you do lose any, you do have extras. Alright. Now I just got to get all my O-rings on. It looks like the 3 O-rings are the same, and then there's one big different one. So I'm sure plenty of people have done these types of O-rings before. Just stretch them on there, and I believe there's some extras of these if anything happens. There is. Looks like there's 2 of everything. Alright. Now the other O-ring that's the same is going to go on concave top cap. I didn't even show you guys this. Alright. Get that O-ring on there. It's got a good tolerance to it. Still spins, but it's tight. Alright, and the last O-ring is for your drip tip. So it goes into here. So what you want to do with this one is you want to get, let me try to find my flathead. There it is. You want to get your flathead screwdriver. Get one end in there. Alright, so I just want to move my finger so you can see there's a groove inside of there. So you want to get the O-ring inside of the groove on one side. And then work it around and kind of press it in by doing one of these deals, and that's it. That's probably the most challenging part, to tell you the truth, but it's not too bad. And then this guy should clip right into here. Yeah, that first time it's really snug. It's actually got like a groove. Oh, I like that. That's pretty cool. I actually really like that. So there's actually a groove in the drip tip. Yeah, alright. If you could see right here, let me focus in. See that groove on the drip tip? So it's not just a pressure fit. It is a pressure fit, but once it gets into its space, that O-ring jumps in that groove. I'm not sure if any other RDAs do this. It seems simple enough of a concept that they might. So you kind of press it in there so that now it grabs the O-ring fairly tight. Alright. So when I put this down on there, I turn it for my airflow, and when I want to drip, I pull it, and it definitely pulls off the whole top cap. It doesn't just pull off the drip tip, which I like, because I mean it's either one or two ways I drip. I either take off the entire piece like that, or I just go straight through the hole. That's like the only two things I do. I never take out the drip tip and drip unless it's the first thing that comes off. Alright. Pretty tight for the first time, but once that gets juice on there, it should be good. Very nice. Keeps the same shape as like the goon and the druga. They all have this concave shape at the top. It's like the Stellaire. If anybody remembers the Stellaire RDA, that's what kind of shape it had at the top. So I'm just going to get my minikin, twist down, take the top cap off. Alright. back on. Very nice. Alright. So I wanted to throw a build in this. It's actually a build that I'm going to be taking pictures of. Let me get a vape real quick. It's a build I'm going to be taking pictures of. I just wanted to try it out, install into it, and see how it installs with a big build in there. Big beefy build. Something that I would usually put into a deck like this. So we're going to see how it builds. It's going to build a lot like the Dead Rabbit, or a lot like, I should say, kind of like the Goon LP, with less screws, definitely. But it's going to be like a postless deck, basically. Alright, so I have my, I built these earlier on my channel. I got these binary staggered builds, and that's what I'm going to be putting on here. So if I just take my leads, go like that, I could see that it's going to be a perfect fit with 5 wraps. And this is a big build with 5 wraps. It's definitely a bigger build. I would usually do a 4 wrap on this on most RDAs, besides RDAs especially built for building. So I'm just going to cut these leads fairly short, not too short, because I'm not sure how deep these holes are yet. So I'm just going to play it safe and cut them at what I think. Alright, so they're fairly tall. And guys, definitely, if you aren't following Squirming Coils, definitely go over there and check out his page. He also has a YouTube channel with the Mohawk alien build. It's like one of the only Mohawk alien tutorials out there. It's one of the first, and it's definitely one of the best. Alright, so that first cut was actually pretty good. I think I'm going to be good with just that first cut. Just drops right into there. I mean, these coils are damn near perfect for this. I am going to be putting another build in here, though, just to see how a regular size build would fit in here. So I just hold my coil down. Tighten the screws. I always like installing with the bit. And then there's one of two things you could do. You could drop it down if you want. You could leave it up. I'm going to check it out and see how the airflow lines up to see what I'm going to do with my coil here. But let me get out. I do have duals of this. So the smartest thing to do with the coils to fit into here is just like if you were installing in a 4-post or a 2-post, and that is bend the lead over in a Y, or an L I should say, so they're going like that, and then take some needle noses, carefully grab right there, and bend the one lead up, and this way they're on the same plane. So there's not really one coming out the top and one coming out the bottom. They're both coming out the bottom. Now I'm going to cut my leads to around what I cut the last ones, maybe a little bigger just in case I have to you know, adjust to make them the same height. Unscrew my screws here. I'm pretty sure this Allen key is also the same size as the squonk pin, so the Allen key that does the screws here also does the squonk pin. So yeah, my one lead's a little higher than the other one. This one lead's bigger than that one over there. So I'm going to cut that down a little bit and cut this one down even less. Alright, see, one's big, one's little. Alright, now it's lower than the first one, so I just raise it up a little bit and tighten my first screw in. And the second screw, and then I could straighten it out. Still the one's a little higher, but I'll play with that later. Okay, so looking good. My coils need some pinching to get them tighter, but not too bad. You'll definitely be seeing this build on Instagram on my feed very shortly. If it's not up there already by the time I put this video in. Let's just look around the deck a bit. Big post holes. Shiny deck. Huge build. Alright, so I jumped that other build out of here. I'll be putting it back in and cleaning it up, pulsing it out, taking some pictures, getting some color, you know. But for now, I want to show you guys just installing a more basic build, just some 6-wrap aliens. You know, a little smaller, don't quite make it post to post. These are all stainless steel, 326 gauge, 36 gauge wrap. And I'll probably be fast forwarding through this just so you guys get the point. Alright guys, so this is my first time ever vaping this. I figured I throw this in the video to just give you my first thoughts on this. I've liked all the Jam Monsters so far. Apparently this is supposed to be the best one yet, so yeah, let me try it out. I'll tell you what I think. Alright, so I don't know if you noticed, if you ever vaped Jam Monster before, they used to put cotton bacon inside, and now they don't. I don't like that. That was one of the things I really liked about Jam Monster, was the little packet of cotton bacon, because this juice usually gunks up your coils really bad and your cotton, and you need to change your cotton a lot with this juice. It's worth it to me, but I just thought it was nice to have the cotton bacon in there, considering I go through more cotton with this kind of juice than with most. Then again, a lot of juices out nowadays, you do have to change your cotton a lot. It's just all that sweetener. So, my first time trying Jam Monster, first time vaping the Conspiracy. I got it on the Vape Daddy Customs triple parallel. I threw it back on here because when I went to go fire on the mini kin again, it was at 0.07 again, so it would not fire. So I'm just going to get this tripped up a little bit. These are all stainless steel Aliens, 2636. And I should probably tighten down the RDA before I try to fire it. Alright. So I should get lots of conductivity out of this RDA since it's silver plated. Make sure I got both my airflow holes open. I'm going to put them at about 3/4 of the way open. Pretty good. I like all the Jam Monsters. The strawberry was my favorite. I really like the blue one too. The green one was really good also, but I think to me, it's blueberry, strawberry, apple was my my favorites. They all have the same taste. So Jam Monster is jam on butter and toast, and they always change up the type of jam. So now they came out with the grape. It's always cloudy. I forget what kind of mixture it is. 75-25. 75 VG, 25 PG. Getting really good flavor off the RDA and off of the coils. this juice is pretty good. I mean, my first time vaping, it takes a little bit for me to know if it's a all-day vape, if I'm going to buy it again or whatnot. I'll tell you in my next live video how I like both of them. I know I'm going to like the RDA. It's like a grape jam. It's not like a grape candy. It's like a grape jam. Tastes like grape jam on toast with butter. Not as much, I would say there is more butter in toast than the jam. I'd say that there's more of that in it than the previous ones, but it's mostly grape jam. It seems not to be as sweet as the others, but it might be because it's a brand new bottle. It hasn't steeped like at all. It literally just came out into the store, so it's still got a whitish color to it. That's all I got for this video, guys. Go check them out. Jam Monster and the Conspiracy. I'm going to have this video up as soon as possible. Live videos on Saturday and live videos every other Tuesday I'm going to be doing. I'm going to make some kind of schedule so you know whether it's the first and third Tuesday or if it's the second and last Tuesday of the month. I'm going to put that out there just so everybody knows and it's on some kind of a schedule, because any week that there isn't a video on Tuesday, there's going to be a tutorial that's recorded previously and in HD when I put it up. So thanks for watching, guys. Just hit that like button, please. If you want to hit the notification bell, that's up to you. I personally don't, but hey, if you do it, that's cool. Comment. I try to re-comment to everybody, even if it's not super quick, but I try to get there. I definitely see everybody's comments. I'll definitely at least put a thumbs up, unless I don't like what you said, but other than that, thanks, guys. Next video is the Suka.